Hello everyone, my name is Patricia. I go by Trisha for short. So this is my first time creating a YouTube channel. I wanted to share my story, not willingly, but that's because my sister thought it was, it would be a great idea. So we were sitting down on the couch, and I had some flashback on the things we went through as we was growing up. And I was saying to her, like, man, I remember we didn't have not even $1 to buy a can of soup to eat. And we also didn't have no place to live or to go. We were standing at the bus stop trying to at midnight. At midnight, we got kicked out of our family houses. So two girls at the bus stop with trash bag with our clothes in it, and we was trying to figure out what to do, where to go, what to eat, and we just stood there like two crazy people, two homeless girls as we were. And I mean, it's a little sad just thinking about it, the things that we went through. But we stood out there for a while, and this lady, stopped, and she was like, "Why are you beautiful girls out this late at this bus stop with things in your hands?" And we was like, "Well, we don't have nowhere to go. Our family kicked us out, so that's the reason why we're standing, outside at the bus stop with our clothes in some garbage bags." So she was like, "Okay, well, I can't leave y'all out here, so get in my car. Y'all can sleep at my house for tonight." So we slept at her house, for that night. And then the next day, she was like, of course, she had a younger boyfriend, so she was like, "Well, y'all can't stay, but I didn't want to leave y'all, out in the, in the dark on that day." So that was me and my sister, homeless, hungry, not having nowhere to go, don't know what to do, especially at your late teen, you just lost. But I just want other teens out there who don't have a place to go. At that time, we didn't know about the shelter. We're from the island, so we didn't know anything about no shelter. We didn't know like what numbers to call. And then it was late. It was midnight, so there was nothing we could have done late night. But that piece of my story, like, kind of like held it to myself. A lot of people don't know that about us, because when they see us now, they think that we're like, like we're good, but we're good. But what about before? The before part, I feel like, needed to come out. Like, instead of holding it in this whole time, and it's one of the reasons why it made me so, like, I'm motivated, because I don't want to ever be homeless again. I don't want my kids to be homeless. I don't want them to be hungry, wishing they had $1 to buy a can of soup to eat. I don't want them to feel that way. I don't want them to be in that situation. So now I'm very determined to make sure that my kids don't go through that, of being homeless. I don't want them to feel that at all. So now it's like a fear of mine. It's like, man, I got to do whatever it is that I got to do, make sure my kids don't ever have to end up being homeless and hungry. Because these are two worst feelings to have at the same time, and not knowing what to do about it. So, people need to stop treating people bad, because you never know what they will, what the person will become, later on, or how the person might be able to help you when they're in a better situation. Especially when kids are young. Don't just throw them away because they don't have nothing going on at that age. They can't do nothing for themselves at that age. Don't just throw them out in the street, because at that age, 17, 18, 16, 17, 18, they don't know, they don't know any better. They may think they're grown, but we know deep down inside that age, you don't know anything. So don't just toss them out for the wolves to eat them, because what happens is that when you do that, the kids, like, some of them, end up on drugs. Some of them commit suicide. Some of them do whatever they have to do for money. Don't put kids in that situation, especially if they're your family. Don't put them through that. They don't deserve that at all. Like, it's best to probably, like, come up with a solution to see how you could help them, instead of just throwing them out in the street, hungry, starving, late night, cold, and lost, don't know where to go. Like, these, I want to cry because it hurts. Like sometimes people always ask me certain question, why am I a certain way, and they don't know why I'm that way. I'm that way for a reason. I'm that way because I went through certain things, and I don't want to go through those things again, and I don't want my kids to ever have to go through through those things.